Here we go, guys. I'm Blockchain Crusader, crusading through these blockchains every single day, and we're back for another live stream today, Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on January 10th on a Saturday. And ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're back to do some chart analysis. We're back to see maybe we can just get some scalp trades going on. Why not? Why not take some scalp trades and see what's just going on out here? I know the volume's low. Bitcoin ain't moving too much. But there are definitely some interesting headlines right now coming out in the crypto space. One of the most interesting ones is that Tennessee targets Kashi Polymarket in crypto.com over sports betting. So what's going on here? Tennessee Sports Wagering Committee has issued a cease and desist orders to Kashi Polymarket and crypto.com. Regulators want the companies to immediately stop offering sports contracts in Tennessee. The Tennessee Sports Wagering Council, which oversees the regulation and licensing of online sports betting and fantasy sports, has issued formal cease and desist. That sounds like a bunch of baloney. Lower volatility lifts investors' confidence in risk assets. Wells Fargo Schumacher says, right? The fact that Bitcoin has been slow and steady lately has definitely interested the institutional market a lot more, right, than having the massive volatile 50+% drops that we used to get back in the day. So guys, everybody on TikTok right now, take a pause, tap that screen, fill up those like meters. Let's get the show rocking and rolling. Don't be shy with the likes, guys. They're free. They don't cost you a thing. Solana ETF flows and whale moves hint at bullish potential. I already told you guys, even outside of this Solana, ETF and all this, we've covered the Solana chart here. We can cover it again for everybody who's missed it so far. Solana right now on the daily, jumping out to the daily here, is in a very nice trend, right? We are within the yearly range overall, which is very, very nice for Solana. Meanwhile, we hold above 123. We do expect to go higher. We currently went up as high as around the 142. We've pulled back to 136 right now, but our remaining targets to the upside still remain between 143 to about 193 for the 2025 yearly range if we rotate this range completely to the upside. Now, if Solana breaks out above 195, I am looking for targets between 214 to 239 to the upside for Solana. So whether the whales are making moves or not, the technical analysis is telling us where to go, where to look for the upside here in crypto. Want to quickly jump into the chat here and see what's going on. When would we see XRP price appreciation, please? Everybody wants to know when the XRP price is gonna go. So guys, XRP's price, right? It all comes down to when Bitcoin makes its move. We know that Bitcoin right now is consolidating below 94.6. We went all the way up to 94.6 on Monday. We swept it. That was the previous month high for Bitcoin. And then Bitcoin created a, decent downtrend overall to the downside. Where is the Bitcoins? So quickly, if I just jump down to the 1 hour for you guys so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Give me a second here. Leonardo, what's going on, man? Says, hey, you're the best. I appreciate that, brother. Appreciate the kind words. Appreciate it. So if we take a look here at the price action for Bitcoin, let it load in here. Give it a second. Why is it not loading in? We're just giving it. Oh, this is the wrong one. No wonder. Where is it? Here we go. Working on so many different indicator prototypes, I get lost in between some of them. So Bitcoin here overall, where is my previous month high? Dude, why are we not marking the previous month high here? What's going on? We got everything clicked here. Why is it not loading? This is frustrating. There we go. Now we're loading in. Freaking trading view acting slow. So as you guys can see here, we rallied up to 94.6 this Monday earlier this week, and we swept this area, creating a major downtrend for the week overall, coming down and tapping the previous month EQ of 89 to 155. Meanwhile, we stay above this area. Bitcoin is still bullish to continue pushing up higher. If we start to lose 89 to 158, we will continue pushing lower. So what did XRP do during the same exact time? Well, XRP also climbed up all the way up to 241, hit our yearly NPOC at 241, and has retraced along with Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's price pulled back, XRP pulled back. Bitcoin's dominance rose, XRP's price pulled back as well. So XRP is sitting around support here around the 208 to 205 area. We want to see XRP staying above the $2 mark. If XRP starts to drop below the $2 mark, XRP will be in trouble again, right? But meanwhile, we stay above $2. Our big target here to get above right now is 241. We get above 241, and our next target is 281 to about 309. This is the next big key area, right? Gold pocket here at 281. We have the value area high for the 2025 yearly range at 291. And then we have the previous quarter high at 309. We get above that, we're definitely breaking downtrend, and we're pushing for the local highs of 366. Let's jump here into the chat real quick. You are the best and nice, good, and one of the good ones. Appreciate that, Leonardo. Appreciate that, brother. What's going on, Christine? Good to see you. Good to see you in here. Appreciate everybody smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Appreciate it. Price prediction for Zcash coin. Yeah, man, Zcash is one. Can you check Uni? Appreciate it. Definitely. We'll take a look at Uni as well. Appreciate everybody in here smashing those likes. So, Zcash, where is Zcash headed? Zcash is headed for 296, guys. I know you guys don't want to hear that, but that's the truth. 296 is the destination for Zcash. So Zcash here has come up, hit some pretty decent resistance here around 785, 754, 758, started pulling back, retested the support here. I was telling you guys when we were on the $500 area that a retest of this value area high of the 2025 yearly range was important. I had a lot of critical levels here between 451 and 431 to hold. Unfortunately, the news broke that the core developers of Zcash have left the project as we were retesting these lows, and now we've broken into the 2025 yearly range, which is no bueno. Its main target to the downside as of right now is 296, which is an untapped monthly average. It is also right at the previous month low. Let's turn this indicator back on. And yes, previous month low is 301. Untapped target 296. That is the next target. We lose this 301 to 296 area. By the way, we are creating a double top, right, lower high structure here already. If we break below 301, we are going down to 147 to worst case scenario $62 to maybe $35, right? $35 is the yearly NPOC. The previous quarter low is $74, and it's not looking too good. But it's all going to come down to this 301 to 296 area for Zcash to try to find support. If not, it is going to melt away with all the uncertainty of its future. I was going to join your club, but you don't like XRP. That's fine. I mean, I honestly don't know what to reply to that. You don't need to like XRP to trade crypto. I trade XRP if I have to. There's a good setup. I'll take a trade on it. Do I like XRP? No. Do I buy XRP? No. But I'll take a long on XRP if the opportunity presents itself, and I'll take shorts when the opportunity presents themselves, right? I mainly overall trade Bitcoin, right? It's the most easiest technical analysis asset, the most stable, the largest asset. Wherever Bitcoin goes, the altcoins follow. When you're trading altcoins, you always got to be looking back at the Bitcoin chart to see what Bitcoin is going to be doing, right? Because you could be having a great bullish setup on an altcoin. I see it every single day. Great bullish setup on Ethereum or some other altcoin, and then Bitcoin, not such a bullish scenario, gets bearish, loses support, and the altcoins melt below it. The best time to trade altcoins without worrying too much about Bitcoin is when the altcoins are breaking out and we're having the Bitcoin dominance drastically drop. As the Bitcoin dominance drastically drops, the altcoins start to perform on their own, which makes them easier to trade without worrying about what is Bitcoin doing. Crusader chart SEI. We'll take a look at SEI, Uni, and Arbitrum. Damon says, "Good evening. Hope all is well. How we're looking this weekend. Well, we're gonna find out tomorrow. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. We get the weekly close. We'll see how the week closes out. Overall, macro scheme is Bitcoin needs to stay above 89,158 to continue pushing up higher. So let's go take a look at Uniswap, and then we'll take a look at SEI as well. Good old Uniswap. Man, I haven't updated this chart. What the heck? All right. Bear with me here, guys, as I'm updating this chart. Make sure you guys are smashing those likes and filling up those like meters. Keep dropping your altcoins into the chat as we will continue to revise them all here as we speak. So let me get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. Okay. Getting rid of all these all these little ranges here. Let's get 2025, January 1st, all the way to the end, to the 31st. Boom. Okay, let's get the yearly average here. Okay. Fill up those like meters, guys. I'm filling out the Uniswap chart here as we speak, so make sure you guys are filling up those like meters. The likes are free, guys. Don't be greedy. Let's get the 6 month. All right, getting the 6 month average here. Appreciate all the likes. Whoa, nope, don't want that. Let's get the quarterly. All right, we don't need the quarterly. Let's get the 6 month trend here from July 1st all the way to the end of the year. So overall, like most altcoins, we are in a 6 month downtrend to the downside. B-Fire, what's going on, brother? Good to see you in here. M1, Mr. One, I think that's your name. Good to see you in here too, man. We'll take a look at XRP. We'll circle back to XRP in a second here. So Uniswap is in a 6 month downtrend overall. We're currently sitting at $5.47. We need to continue to hold $5.06. That is the value area low for the yearly range of 2025 for Uniswap. If not, we will continue our trend to the downside, which is, by the way, no bueno. If we get a local Fibonacci extension here from these current highs to this low, back to this high, if we lose $5.15, we are looking for $3.93 to $3.60 as the extension gold pocket to the downside. So that will continue the downtrend if we lose $5.15 as support. Now to the upside, we do have a 6 month untapped average at $6.64 and then a yearly untapped average at $7.72. If we get a gold pocket from this high, from this current local high here, to the lows of the liquidation, we actually already came up and met this gold pocket. So we're actually going to get another local gold pocket here. Come on, get rid of this. Gold pocket, where are you? I get a gold pocket from this high down to this low. Local gold pocket also lines up at 839. So targets to the upside within the yearly range of 2025 is between 664 to as high as 839 before going for the value area high of 2025, which is at $9.12. So if we break that, then we're looking for much higher, above $10. But meanwhile, we stay within the 2025 yearly range. We are looking between 664 to 839, which if we measure out this move to our first target is a 24% move, to our second target is a 41% move, and to the gold pocket, it is a 53.78% move to the upside. Now, somebody mentioned SEI, so let's go cover SEI as well. I also have not updated this chart, so bear with me here. Keep tapping those likes as I fill out this chart here. Okay, we got the 2025. Getting 2025 range here. Perfect. Let's get quarterly. Turn this magnet off. All right. Getting the quarterly average. Come on, dude. Appreciate everybody smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Let's get the 6-month average. And finally, let's get the yearly average here. Appreciate everybody's patience. I am charting this live as we speak, so it does take me some time. So SEI here, overall, we are currently below the yearly range like most altcoins are in, right? So if our first big target is getting above 16 cents, that puts us above our quarterly average and above the value area low of 2025. Once we get above 16 cents, the other targets are between 19 to 21 cents to the upside. Above 21 cents, we probably have a nice little gold pocket here. Let's actually get this gold pocket from this local high. Come on. That's not the gold pocket. Come on. Gold pocket is at 27 cents to the upside. So we're currently sitting at 12 cents. Targets to the upside are between 16 to 22 cents, all within the 2025 yearly range for SEI. Appreciate everybody smashing those likes. JB Monty says, trader versus investor. Huge difference, guys. Traders can make lots in such a volatile environment. 100% agree. There is a major difference between being an investor and a trader, and the best strategy is to be both, right? You have your trading portfolio and you have your investing long-term portfolio, right? And just like in real estate, everybody wants to cash flow, right? But there's no such thing as passive income, guys. Do you have to create cash flow? And how do you create cash flow in crypto, in trading? Well, you use trading in your trading portfolio, and as you make those profits, you use that cash flow into your long-term portfolio bag, and you accumulate long-term assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, or whatever else you like, and you build out your long-term portfolio using the cash flow from your trading portfolio instead of using the money you're making at your 9-to-5 job and, you know, continuously taking that money away from your day-to-day paycheck or weekly paycheck. You can just make some supplemental income trading and use that income that you're making from your trading portfolio to continuously grow your long-term portfolio. So the best strategy is to just be both. Do you discuss utility or just TA in this environment? Well, right now I'm just covering TA, right? Utility is something that comes and goes in crypto. The thing about utility in crypto is like, look at Chainlink. Chainlink has some of the best utility, right? Partnered and fundamentally has partnered up with every other project, all real institutions, and Swift and all that stuff is using or working with Chainlink. But guess what? Chainlink's price does not move based on the fundamentals or the technology. So the utility is nice, the narrative is nice, but at the end of the day, right, crypto just moves off the technicals, or the very small market cap stuff gets moved by marketing, right? If you're talking about like sub 100 million, right? All the marketing, all the gurus, all the shills out there, they'll promote and push altcoins, and they will move because they're telling retail to go buy something that's 20 million, 30 million, 100 million or less. And, it moves like this in price action, which all comes down to marketing. But large term projects don't move based off marketing. It definitely helps to have good marketing so people are aware of what you're doing, but the utility nor the marketing is going to move it. At the end of the day, it's going to come down to the dollars and the investors. And when it comes to those projects, I'd rather just go based off the technicals, right? Because when you're talking about Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's another prime example. At 126, it's the most bullish thing ever. All the institutions are getting involved. All the regulations coming in place. All the most bullish possible things are happening for Bitcoin. Yet Bitcoin crashed from 126 all the way down to 80,000. Was there any fundamental reason for that? No, it was a technical level. We topped out and where we lost critical support at 104. Emrod, ólale, güey, qué bolón, tiburón. ARB has great utility. Yeah, ARB has great utility. Can you chart ARB when you get a chance? Definitely will do. Laws and regulations, trust is needed. Trust is needed. Okay. So guys, everybody that wants to go based off fundamentals and go off of the regulations and this and that, yes, headlines help here and there, but at the end of the day, nothing moves price action, right, based off the utility, the trust, right? Like XRP is a great example of fake trust. Everybody is trusting this entity, aka Ripple, to continue pumping their bags. But reality is, what's happening for XRP? What, it has an ETF? So what, right? It's been out for a while now. Price has barely moved. Price just started recently moving. Oh, was it because of the inflows into the XRP or whatever? No, man. Bitcoin was rallying. Bitcoin was rallying and all the altcoins were coming back up. It's that simple. Everything goes based off Bitcoin. Let's go to Arbitrum. I don't even want to spend more time on this debate about utility and all that jazz. So Arbitrum, obviously 6-month downtrend like the majority of altcoins, below the yearly 2025 yearly range, currently sitting at 20 cents. Targets to the upside here is 25 cents. Major target to get above is 30, but be careful. Right above that, we have the yearly NPOC at 33, pretty much call it 34. So this is going to be definitely an area of, resistance here between 30 to 34 cents. Above that, if we can break out of the 6-month downtrend, our targets are at 41 to 44 cents to the upside for Arbitrum. Meanwhile, still within the 2025 yearly range. If you want to see higher, we need to get above 52 cents and break the 2025 yearly range. B-Fire says, Crusader, what's your honest take on October 10th crash? Who and what do you think was ultimately responsible? 13 just crossed the 50 on XRP daily time frame. Do you think it might have a green candle the next few days? I'll circle back to XRP in just a second, B-Fire, for you. So what's happened on the October 10th situation was obviously some big moves occurred. Some big whales took profits, potentially some insiders, right? And what occurred and what was proven was that Binance, one of the largest exchanges, along with a few others, all failed, right? And that's why there was such a massive liquidation event where people couldn't put in buy orders. Buy orders were not being activated, and everyone just and all the liquidation events, right? All the all the liquidation parameters were being met, which escalated into a massive sell-off because it was just all sell, no buys were coming in because the exchanges failed to work as they should have, causing a massive liquidation. That's why Binance came out and along with a few other exchanges saying that they were going to give money back and refund the money to people that lost money due to that massive snowball effect that occurred on exchanges that failed to work properly. So that's what really happened there. Obviously, it was started by big movers, big whales taking profits. We were at all-time highs, and that just led one thing to another. Whether the exchanges were in it or not, I don't know. I don't care about speculating. We see liquidation events like this happen all the time. So like always, I was affected by the liquidation events. I lost $4,400 that day. So I'm not saying that I don't care because it didn't happen to me. I lost $4,400 that day, but guess what? I still came back that month and walked away in $3,700 in profit. So I was able to make back everything I lost and get out of that massive hole and still walk away with decent profit. Now let's circle back here to XRP, as many friends here are asking about it. Looking at XRP here, right, 208, we are building some nice support here. We are, the daily candles are getting smaller and smaller, trying to hold support here above 205, above our Q4 average. So yes, if Bitcoin continues to push to the upside, we are expecting Bitcoin to stay above 89,158 and push back towards that 94.6. If it can, along with the Bitcoin dominance slowly sliding down, I do expect XRP to start pushing back up. Let's see here. I may have missed your Bitcoin chart. Do you think we are writing a decision from the Supreme Court on tariffs? No, I don't really think we're writing on anything like that. Yes, is that decision going to make some news, some potential movement in the market? Absolutely. But overall, the levels are the levels. We are looking for Bitcoin to get above 94.6. If Bitcoin gets above 94.6, it doesn't matter why it happens. If Bitcoin gets above 94.6, our next critical target is $96,000 to $98,000 for Bitcoin. That is the make it and break it point for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin cannot close monthlies or any larger macro time frame candles above 98,000 and hold, we will most likely be getting rejected. And if we are, that is going to be setting up one of the largest bull traps and then crashing back down towards 67. Now, if we flip 98 into support on large time frames like the monthly and quarterly, then we have a good chance of running towards 111 and maybe even a new all-time high in 2026. So guys, I just want to quickly take this moment to say, if you're not already in the Crypto Citadel and want to get access to all my trades, all my macro long-term analysis for all the long-term holders, my trading course, my exclusive trading indicators, my daily live trading sessions that I do in the Crypto Citadel every day, Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. You want to get access to all of that. You want to start leveling up. You want to be able to start dollar cost averaging strategically and walking away from the fear or the FOMO that content creators are selling you. Then start learning how to read charts. Start learning how to read charts for yourself, guys. And the Crypto Citadel is where you can do that. You can use the code Citadel50 right now to get 50% off your first month to try it out. And if you don't like it, you can cancel anytime. For the people asking in the chat where you can do this, go to the link. If you're on TikTok, go to the link in my profile. See the link, click it, and you'll see there how to sign up. If you're on YouTube or anywhere else, check out the description of the video. I should have sold XRP at $3. Yes, you should have sold XRP at $3. You definitely should have. Anybody that was buying XRP below $1 and didn't sell at $3, you missed out on an opportunity. Everybody that was buying XRP at $2 and didn't sell at $3, I hope you learned a good lesson. I hope you learned a good lesson, right? The 50-cent people, at least they're still in profit. The $2 people are either barely in profit or probably underwater because they might have been buying high $2, right? You got to be aggressive. You can't chase FOMO. If you're chasing FOMO, if you're buying into an asset that has already rallied and skyrocketed over 100 to 200% in the last 30 days, you have to be very aggressive on taking profits. But the only way you know when to take profits is by reading charts. And if you're not reading charts, you'll never know when the right time to take profits is and when we could be facing some resistance, which keeps you holding a bag like always. Will ADA go to $1? Yes, ADA does have targets to $1. It has targets higher, but here in the short term, right? In the short term, ADA is currently sitting at 38 cents. We are massively below the previous 2025 yearly range. We have a lot of targets between 49 to as high as 64 cents, all lining up to as resistance before getting into the 2025 yearly range. If ADA can break above 64 cents, then our big targets to the upside here in the mid to short term is 72 to 89 cents. That's all within the 2025 yearly range, but we need to get through this cluster of targets between 49 to 64 cents before seeing that. Now, once above 89 cents, right, that's when we're going to be fighting this macro resistance that we've had for all of 2025 between 95 cents to $1.02 to $1.02. Macro resistance there. If we can break above $1.02, then we have a chance of running for 120 for ADA. Man, appreciate everybody in here smashing those likes. Silver Days, what's going on? Says smash the likes. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate it. Everybody do smash those likes. Share out the live stream if you're not already. Would greatly appreciate it. Let's keep rocking and rolling here. I was ready to shell gone for 10 days. Vacation in October and everything crashed. Oh man. Sorry to hear that, brother. I hold a lot of Cardano and don't know what to do. Lupo, what you need to know, ask yourself is, what is your entry? What is your entry in Cardano? Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your Cardano, right? I've been buying Cardano from 2 cents to 8 cents to 20 cents, all the way up to 50 cents, right? I've been buying Cardano for a very, very long time. So I appreciate everybody that is also a Cardano holder who's been buying Cardano for a long time. I did not sell at $1 thinking that it was going to go much higher, and obviously failed to do so. So if you're still in profit, I wouldn't be too worried. Like I'm not too worried about my Cardano bags overall. If the Cardano does drop back down and it drops lower, I'll keep stacking a little bit, and I will be very aggressive on taking profits once it returns near that 89 to $1 mark. I'll be very aggressive on taking profits that time around. That being said, right, your situation could be very different. You might have been buying at 90 cents and now you're completely underwater, right? So it all really depends on your risk portfolio. It all depends on your risk tolerance for your portfolio. Cardano for me is, a small asset in my overall portfolio. Like I said, I keep my portfolio mainly in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and all the other altcoins are a small percent, maybe 25% of my overall portfolio. Society says, how about DOT? Silver Days, Blockchain Crusader, good to see you, brother. Good. Appreciate the support. How about DOT? We'll take a look at DOT. We're going to take a look at what else here. Let's see. What else did somebody else say? Somebody else say another asset? Let's see here. Okay, yeah, let's go take a look at DOT. Dot. Taking a look here at dotty dot. We've got a yearly here. Filling out the yearly chart for DOT right now. Make sure you guys are smashing those likes as I do this. Guys, remember the likes are free. It costs you nothing. So don't be greedy. Don't be greedy with them likes, guys. Tap that screen and fill up those like meters. Share the love. Share the love. Getting the 6 month here. And all right, quarterly. right above us. So right now, DOT is sitting right at the previous month value area low around $2.09. We don't want to be dropping lower. If we do, we're looking for about 168 or 170, 168 or 162, right? Targets to the upside are 243. Above that, we have the monthly NPOC at 315, which also puts us above in the 2025 yearly range, right? Once we're in the yearly range, our next target is 348 to 398 for Polkadot. Those are the short-term targets here for good old Polkadot. Appreciate everybody in here. Appreciate everybody smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. And like I said, make sure you're joining the Crypto Citadel. It's $5 to be in there. You can get 50% off your first month using the code Citadel50. If you're interested in putting in the work to become not just a day trader, but a long-term macro analyst, to be able to understand when to properly dollar cost average and when to properly start de-risking your positions and taking some potential profits so you don't get caught holding the bag once again, you need to learn how to read charts. And you can learn how to do that in the Crypto Citadel with not just all the analysis that I'm posting, but with my 1 hour and 36-minute trading course, which is not just for trading, but also for long-term analysis. So make sure you guys are joining in and reviewing yourself and start moving up in this world. Because if you're just going based off what creators are telling you online, they're always going to sell you FOMO at the top, and they're always going to sell you fear at the bottom. That's just the way it works. That's how the entertainment business is, right? That's what gets clicks. That's what gets views. How low do you think ADA will go in the short term? Below 26? Definitely possible for ADA to drop below 26. Let's go take a look at ADA here to take a look at some potential price drops. So ADA, if we are to continue heading lower, we are looking for that 27 to 25 cent area. That's the next big target to the downside if it is going to continue heading lower. Curious what a starter portfolio coins will look like, mate. Man, it really depends on how much capital you're bringing into the market, right? Depending on the capital and depending on your risk tolerance is what a starter portfolio would be like for you. So when I started mainly on Ethereum. Then I, over the years, was able to dollar cost average Bitcoin throughout the bear market of 2018, 2019, right? And I was able to dollar cost average and accumulate my overall Bitcoin position during those times. I was also able to do that for Ethereum around that time too. So my portfolio is mainly Bitcoin and Ethereum for that reason, because I just been in the market longer than you guys. I got better price action than you guys for those assets. So it really depends how much capital you're bringing in, what your risk tolerance is. Obviously, Bitcoin and Ethereum are the two least risky assets in the entire crypto market. So risk tolerance, how much capital you have, and how much time you want to be in the market, right? Are you a long-term investor? Or are you a short-term investor? You want to get in, get out, make some quick flips? All really depends, man. There's a lot of questions, follow-up questions to that question to be able to get a proper answer. I just got here. Can you recap, please? Kevin, what's going on, brother? The recap is Bitcoin needs to break 94.6 to be able to run for that 96 to 98K support or resistance zone, I should say. If we cannot break 98K for Bitcoin and we get rejected on the macro timeframes, we are waiting for Bitcoin to crash down to 67,000 in 2026. Now, if Bitcoin does get above 98,000 in the macro timeframe for 2026, then we should see Bitcoin running for 111 to potentially a new all-time high, right? I say potentially. We'll see how we get there for Bitcoin. That will in turn lead to altcoins continuing to rally if we flip 98 into support. If we get rejected at 98, altcoins along with Bitcoin are going to be setting up for a massive bull trap and everything is going to come crashing down. Bitcoin at all-time high would be great. Nanny, 100% agree. 100% agree. An all-time high for Bitcoin in 2026 would be very greatly appreciated. Very greatly appreciated. Your bubbles are way off. Arrow is down for the week, which means all are off. Guys, it's a screenshot. Don't worry about it. It could be flying balloons. It could be, ice cream shop with ice cream cones all behind me. Don't worry about what's on the screenshot. The screenshot isn't going to tell you where the price is going. The bubbles are not going to tell you where the price is going. Mysterious says, we going up or down? Well, that depends on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin loses $89,158, we are heading lower towards $83,000, potentially $80,000. Now, if Bitcoin gets above 94.6, we are targeting 96,000 to 98,000 for Bitcoin. Which in turn, if Bitcoin pumps, altcoins pump. If Bitcoin dumps, altcoins dump. So I hope I answered your question. See you later, alligator. Solana just let's go take a look at Solana again. Solana over here. So Solana holding, been above the yearly value area low for 2025. Currently sitting at 126. The value area low is around the 123. Right, we lose 123 and we're targeting $95 to $73 for Solana. Now, meanwhile, we stay within the 2025 yearly range. Targets to the upside for Solana are between 143 to 193 to the upside. Above 193, we are breaking out of the yearly range for 2025 for Solana, and we are looking at 214 to 239 to the upside. Benjamin Cowan says higher low. There is a higher low formed for Bitcoin. We have made a higher low. We did not take the low of April of 2025 around 74,000. So meanwhile, we can continue pushing higher and flip 98,000 into support. We should be good. But if we get rejected at 98,000, most likely we will come down and take the low of April 2025, potentially putting us in the 2024 yearly range, which could lead us to drop to 67. If you guys don't know, the low of 2025, of April 2025, is 74,000. So taking that low already puts us very close to that $67,000 price point. So it's now way off. What do you think of XRP, bro? XRP needs to continue holding above $2 and break and flip 241 to be able to run for its gold pocket at 281. Above 281, its next big target is 309, which is the previous quarter high. If we can take that, we're running for 366, and obviously well establishing a good trend out of the 6-month downtrend. Now, if we lose $2, targets for the downside for XRP are between 177 as support to as low as 113. Appreciate everybody here smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Guys, if you're not already in the Crypto Citadel, definitely do so and join. Get 50% off the Crypto Citadel, my private trading community, where you get macro long-term analysis for all the people that are not day traders and don't want to be day traders. They just want to be getting the analysis so they can use the data to be able to understand where the markets are going so that they can properly dollar cost average or be taking profits on their portfolios. Obviously, for the day traders, you get day trade signals, swing trade signals. You get the daily live trading sessions that you can join with me and follow along on my trades Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. and my exclusive trading signals along with my trading course. So make sure you guys are joining the Crypto Citadel if you want to be part of any of that. LCX and ICP. All right, let's hit it. Let's hit it. LCX. LCX is currently sitting at 0.06. We almost hit our target of 8 cents here to the upside. We need to get above 10 cents to get back into the 2025 yearly range. If we do, our targets, our yearly NPOC, our main targets are between 13 to 14 cents. And then we have a quarterly average up at 19 cents that is still untapped within the 2025 yearly range. Now, to the downside, if we lose the 6 cent area support, actually the 5 cent area support, we are looking for 3.5 to basically 3 cents flat to the downside. Now let's go take a look at ICP. ICP sitting at 318, not budging. Had a nice rally in November all the way to $9, almost hitting $10 before dropping back down and giving it all back up. So overall, targets for ICP here to the short term to the upside, we are within the 2025 yearly range, is 463 to about 492. Above that, we have, give me a second here. 6 month is at 461, and the yearly average is at 558 to the upside. So basically all the targets are between 449 to about 558 to the upside. Then if we can break out of the 2025 yearly range, which puts us above $6.41, our targets are $10 to $10.50. What do you think about ICP? Just covered ICP for you guys as we speak. Anyone possibly able to bless me with a small meal tonight? I'm homeless. Proof on page. Hope you guys are honest about what is happening out there. But if you are, somebody go help this man. God bless you, brother. If you are in need, I hope the Lord Jesus Christ can help you and bless you with your situation and guide you out of the position that you're in and into a better position, and be able to come and to meet the people you need to help you get out of your position, and, you know, just keep moving forward and continue following Jesus Christ in all these hard times. Those percentages are from years ago. They're not from years ago. They're from current data right now. B-Fire says, all right, Crusader, I'll be signing up at the end of the week. Good to see you, B-Fire. The end of the week is actually today, so sign up right now. Because, no, just kidding. The end of the week is tomorrow, and then we start the new week. Appreciate all of you guys in here. Appreciate everybody smashing those likes, saying that, subscribe. For the people asking how to join, if you're on TikTok, go over to my profile, to my portfolio, to my profile. Go to my profile, click on the link there on my profile, and you'll see where to sign up for the Crypto Citadel. If you're on YouTube or anywhere else, go check the description of the video. Damon says, have a good night. See you Monday morning. 100%, man. See you Monday morning. Sunday night, we get the new weekly data for Bitcoin, and where we're going to see where the next week takes us as traders. Kyle says, God bless you, brother. God bless everybody in this live chat right now, guys. I hope, if you don't know the Lord Jesus Christ just yet, I hope you do. He confronts you, and you hope you do meet him, because without him, there is nothing, right? There is nothing in this world. Nothing in this world makes sense or has any purpose. For everything here is temporary, but everything in heaven is eternal. And the only way to heaven is through the Lord Jesus Christ. For if you don't know the Son, you will never know the Father. So, guys, I hope and pray that every single one of you guys are blessed and all your prayers are answered, and that you guys continue fighting the good fight and pushing on forward. Because I know it's hard times out there for a lot of people in a lot of different situations, whether you're a blue-collar worker or you're a white-collar worker. Overall, life is tough, man. A lot of tough things are happening every single day in this world. And of all kinds of, in all ranges of spectrum, right? From illnesses to financial crisis, to economic crisis, to emotional, mental issues, to physical issues, to just, day-to-day life stuff, right? Business, everything can get flipped around very quickly, and it's very frustrating and difficult to deal with. So I hope whatever you're going through, you guys continue to lean on Jesus and continue praying. And I say it not just for you, I say it for myself as well, as I also face hard times, and sometimes it's very hard to, the devil whispers in your ear, man, and tempts you with a good time. But at the end of the day, it's just an escape. It's not the truth, right? Everything that the devil whispers is a lie. And even though you might not think that Jesus is answering your prayers at the moment, you might not see the fruits of your labor, you might not see or might not be getting the result you want right now, God is working behind the scenes for his timing, right? It's not about your timing, it's about his timing. And when the time is right, you will be given everything you need and more. So I appreciate every single one of you guys in here. Appreciate all of you guys. God bless every single one of you guys. And I'll see all of you guys in the Crypto Citadel. Until next time, see ya.